Welcome to the video. My name is Rainer James, and in this video we are going to talk about Johannes Brahms' Hungarian Dance number 5. Okay, so first of all we have to know about Johannes Brahms, because a lot of times the music is an expression about his or her personal life, and that is very important. Born in May 7th, 1833, Johannes Brahms was a German composer, pianist, and conductor of the Romantic period. Born in Hamburg into a Lutheran family, Brahms spent much of his professional life in Vienna. His reputation and status as a composer are such that he is sometimes grouped with Johann Sebastian Bach and Ludwig van Beethoven as one of the three B's of music, a comment originally made by the 19th century conductor Hans von Bülow. Brahms composed for symphony orchestra, chamber ensembles, piano, organ and voice, and chorus. A virtuoso pianist, he premiered many of his own works. He worked with some of the leading performers of the time, including the pianist Clara Schumann and the violinist Joseph Joachim. The three were close friends. Many of his works have become staples of the modern concert repertoire. An uncompromising perfectionist, Brahms destroyed some of his works and left others unpublished. Brahms has been considered by his contemporaries and by later writers as both a traditionalist and an innovator. His music is firmly rooted in the structures and compositional techniques of the classical masters. The diligent, highly constructed nature of Brahms' works was a starting point and an inspiration for a generation of composers. Embedded within his meticulous structures, however, are deeply romantic motives. From the story above, we learn some interesting facts about him, including that he was born in Hamburg, Germany. Johannes Brahms quickly became a very talented pianist and would go on to premiere many of his own works at the piano. A complete perfectionist, Brahms burns lots of the music he'd written when he was young, and throughout his life kept on destroying works he didn't think were good enough. Brahms could often be found walking in the mountains and exploring the countrysides, as he felt it helped him think through his musical ideas. Beethoven's music was a big influence on Brahms. Later in life, Brahms lived in Vienna, the home of his favorite restaurant, the Red Hedgehog, and the city where his musical hero Beethoven had also lived. In the beginning of the video, we know that Brahms was a composer from the Romantic period. Before we head on to the song, let's talk about the Romantic period for a little bit. The Romantic period is a period between the late 18th century to early 19th century. It has a lot of personalities, such as more daring, individual, and imaginative approach to life and literature. The term Romanticism has a lot of meanings. The word derived from the medieval romance. It is not bound by rules and limits, express insatiable longing and the richness of nature. Romanticism is characterized by the 5 I's: imagination, intuition, idealism, inspiration, and individuality. So now we have talked about who's Johannes Brahms and what is the Romantic period. So now we are going to talk about Hungarian Dance number 5. While playing music in a tavern one evening, Brahms met Eduard Raményi, a famous Hungarian gypsy violinist. Ramenyi taught Brahms all about gypsy music and Hungarian dances called czardas. Brahms was enthralled and used the rhythm and melodies of this music as his inspiration for his 21 Hungarian dances, which he originally wrote for the piano. He loved performing them for his friends and would later orchestrate 3 of the dances himself, with other composers arranging the remaining pieces. The Hungarian Dance No. 5 transforms the intimate drama of the gypsy band into a big orchestral party, with wild string melodies and brassy foot-stomping rhythms. The piece itself is in the key of G minor, and its tempo is allegro, but sometimes in the song it changes to a slower tempo, but later on it comes back to the allegro tempo. He originally composed this piece for the piano, but later on in his life, he orchestrated them and composed for the orchestra. Although the melody is quite intriguing and the rhythm is quite complex, it is enjoyable to the untrained ear. It has many dynamics that makes the piece feels alive. It combines the beautiful classical feeling of the music and the dancey feeling of the Hungarian music. The piece itself is quite beautiful, and you can also dance with it. That is because it has an interesting melody and a catchy rhythm. He has this way to combine the two beautiful music and create something new, something different, something really interesting. And that's what makes this piece really legendary and will forever be remembered as one of his finest works. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'm sorry if there is any mistakes or any misleading information throughout the video. Thank you, have a nice day.